people that grew up in a house with a gas leak, and there's just no saving them.
Yeah, I mean, just common sense isn't that common.
No, what's not just that? I think some people's brains don't function well. You know?
Yeah.
I just think you're just born with a bad brain. And then you also maybe have environmental factors. Like, what if you're fucking working with certain chemicals every day? You know? How many people are doing that for a living? You know, how many people are working in print shops just like sucking in all them fucking chemical fumes? Ugh. What does that do to your dome? That can't be good.
And who knows what, about what you took in as a child.
Oh, yeah. Leaded gasoline when we were young. That shit was everywhere. We got lead poisoning in the brain for sure. Drops your IQ a little bit. Measurable.
Yeah, I took all the lead.
We talked about that the other day. They fucking knew that lead was going to poison people, and they put it in anyway because they could save money.
Did you ever hear the conspiracy about that?
About what? Leaded gasoline?
About lead?
No.
That it doesn't really cause that, and the reason they wanted to get lead out of paint is because it made it harder for them to see through walls. And that's why all these new houses have glass windows as for walls. They're like, look at your amazing view through this glass window. I was watching like one of those home flipping shows, and they took out a wall and they just put a giant glass there. And the theory is that it's easier to look through that.
Oh.
And now they've discovered that there's these mystery vans driving around that can look right through your walls and watch what you're doing. Is this too much?
How are they looking through your wall? What are they using? I know they can do it with Wi-Fi now.
Yeah,
right?
That's basically what they're doing. They just have this.
Wi-Fi is bananas. The fact that they have technology that allows you to see like 3D images in a room based on how the Wi-Fi is somehow or another like sending it back to them. Like what is Wi-Fi even doing to you? Like what is happening to you if this shit is just around you all the time, passing through your cells?
Have you ever
they can see it the fact they can see it, like everyone's scared of radar machines, right? Everyone's scared of going through an X-ray, right? You don't want that radar machine. X-ray
the guy
machines.
giving you the X-ray is
shield
like
for your dick.
Behind a giant wall protecting
They
it.
go fucking hide.
Yeah.
They go hide and they press the button, and we're just cool with Wi-Fi. It's just
it's
low
fast.
level. It's not as bad as an X-ray, but it's this weird low-level signal that they say it fucks up bees, right? Or at least cell phone signals.
And
say
birds.
That fucks up bees. Really?
I don't know if it's ever happened to you.
Have you seen this week or two?
I did. Yeah, new contact lenses give people infrared vision even with their eyes shut. Sci-fi style technology uses nanoparticles to convert infrared light into visible light that humans can see. Fucking yo.
How about those night vision goggles
people.
that they had to change the color because they were seeing things that weren't on the radar?
What?
I think it was like red. They were
Like
doing
aliens?
They were yeah.
Really?
They were seeing things flying around them, and they were flipping out because they had red night vision goggles, and that's why they changed it to either green or blue because the red.
When in red they show up. They don't show up in other colors.
Yes.
Jim.
It's too weird, man.
The account of early night vision goggles used in Vietnam War revealing alleged demonic entities. Whoa. My dad did drugs and made up stories about Vietnam. That's perfect.
Yeah. I mean,
Distracted you from the Tridactyls.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you. So Jesse Michaels released a new video. He went down to Peru, and these people have been telling him about these mummies. They're like, you have to see them in person. They are humanoid, but they don't seem to be human. They have a different amount of ribs, but they have like all the cartilage and all the ligaments and all the bones and everything is in place that makes it look like, if you can go to Jesse's show, go to his YouTube channel, because he's got some video footage of the actual like CAT scans, and they're showing you the tissue.
and look at those skulls.
It's bananas. So this is Jesse's take. I'm paraphrasing. I hope I'm not fucking this up, but some of these things are forgeries. Some of these things are just fake stuff. It's just like an art piece that someone created. But he thinks they actually have some of them that appeared to be a real creature. And this real creature has 3 toes and 3 fingers, and there's depictions of these in Peru in these ancient like carpets and ancient weaves that are hundreds of years old. I think even 1,000 years old. So some of these they think are 1,700 years old, and some of these are as recent as 400 or 500 years old.
Elongated
But look at
skulls.
this. But look at this tissue, elongated skulls. But like, look at how everything is in. Like, if this is a piece of art from 1,700 years ago, if somebody created this. Like, that's nuts, man. That's an amazing piece of work if it's really just art. And if it's not art, well, they've managed to find some kind of creature that might have been another type of human that we didn't know existed. There might be, look, they find out, and Jesse was telling me this on the phone, like, look at, this is the scan of this thing's bone structure. This is the actual thing. Like, how nuts is that, man? If that's fake, that's fucking extraordinary, because it looks like a real creature.
I mean, the amount of detail.
It looks incredibly real. I mean, this is incredibly real. And the head is very different than ours.
That was creepy.
Very different than ours. Elongated, but also matches up with so many descriptions that people have had with encounters with beings, including the James Fox movie, Moment of Contact, about Varginha, Brazil in the 1990s. They described things that looked exactly like this. Very small, like 3 feet tall, 3 fingers, 3 toes. That's what these things are. Like, they might have been another form of human that we just don't have any evidence for. Well, like Denisovans they just found recently. I think it was in the last decade, right? And then there's those new people. What is Homo juliens? Is that what it was? December of 2024, they released this paper. We found another type of human. The Flores people, the Hobbit people in Flores, that's like, I think, the 90s. You know,
Florida's interesting, dude.
All of it's interesting. It's like there's a bunch of stuff that we're just now finding out, but we want to be rigid and pretend that we know the entire landscape as far as like what different type of humanoids have existed. But what the fuck is that then? If that really is 1,700 years old, if that's true, or 700 years old, if that really is that, and that's a real being, and then there's more than one, and one of them has a fetus inside of it, they think also has 3 fingers and 3 toes. So they're trying to get better scans on this thing, but it has a fetus inside of it. Like, if that's a hoax, like, what? Like, I want to know. I want to know who carbon dated it. What's the results? Have they done it more than once? Okay, do we know for sure how old it is?
Piece of metal.
Yeah, one of them has like an implant on the back of its head.
A rare metal that's hard to.
Yeah. I can't recommend this episode enough. Alien Mummies Found in Peru, and it's on Jesse Michaels' channel. American Alchemy, great fucking show. And he goes deep, and he actually went to Peru to see these things and get them studied and scanned. And there's biologists that are looking at this that are saying this is a real creature. Whatever this is, we need to do more tests and find out more. And they're very suspicious about the actual location in which the guy said that he found them, because it's basically, these are like grave robbers that find these things, man. Yeah, and they found more than one. But the crazy thing is, show them the ancient art from Peru that shows 3-fingered, 3-toed beings, because they look just like that thing.
100%.
And this ancient art is hundreds of years old, man. Like, look, they all have fucking 3 toes and 3 fingers. This is all in Jesse's episode too. Just go watch that episode if you're interested in
My theory on our reality is every movie you've ever watched in your life all going on at the same time. All of it. All of these movies just kind of tell you what's really going on. And aliens and 3-fingered
like
beings.
Harry and the Hendersons? So
everything.
Bigfoot's real and he's hanging
Bigfoot-
out at the camp?
It's very interesting. I had an interview with a guy named the Paranoid American, and he came on my show, and he was talking about how based on your religious beliefs is what you see. So like if you're atheist, you see aliens. If you're religious, you see angels, and it goes down to cryptids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you only see what you want to see, and it shows up in the form that is acceptable to you.
Right.
And so I think, so when you go Bigfoot, 100%. 100%. One of the craziest stories ever told to me was by a guy I met at a show. And he was telling me he did a show where people would send in their their like high weirdness like stories. And he said that a guy was driving through the forest with his girlfriend and dog, and they pull over for a second to piss, and the dog takes off. So he goes and chases him through the woods, and he looks at his dog. His dog's looking up. He looks up. There's like what seems to be a giant green screen with something crawling on it. And they're just staring at it. And then the thing stops, notices them there, camouflage stuff. He looks down, his dog has already ran back and abandoned him. And he ran back, and his girlfriend saw him. They're like, let's get the fuck out of here. And that gets into like, kind of like the whole, again, missing 411 is that it's almost like Grand Theft Auto. You ever drive to Vegas in Grand Theft Auto, it has to render itself forever. So the whole theory is that these people go missing because the simulation doesn't want to render for just one person. And that's why they disappear.
That's possible. Let me give you another possibility. Getting lost in the woods is easy. Getting out of the woods is hard. You could easily starve to death trying. You could easily break a leg, get injured, and no one would ever find you.
Isn't that what
the
Canada's
odds of
doing
you,
right now?
No. Well, listen. The odds of you getting found if you die in the deep wilderness are not very high. They might find your clothes, but your body will be scavenged. All kinds of animals will eat you. They'll drag your bones away. There'll be nothing left. If there's bears in the area, there might literally be nothing left. If there's pigs in the area, there'll be nothing left. Nothing. They'll eat your bones. They'll eat everything. There'll be nothing left. So if you're just a person and you go missing and you're in the deep woods, like miles in, you're in a bad place, and they might not ever find you. That's just a fact. There's too much acreage to look over. There's millions of acres of public land that people could just go into. And people go missing, man. And you can't find them.
Have you ever heard of missing
dogs.
411?
Sure, yeah.
And how they like these people disappear and then they're found totally somewhere else and they can't remember what just happened?
Well, that's the Travis Walton story, bro.
Yeah, that I just saw that.
Boy.
Yeah, that
Travis.
is a crazy story.
Yeah, he was one of the more interesting people that I've talked to that have had experiences. Because he, I'd say the same about Bob Lazar. They don't seem like they're lying. They don't seem at all like they're lying. Lazar seemed like he was telling me, this is going to sound crazy, but here's a story. That's what it seemed like. Like, it did not seem like a guy making up a story. And then you go back and see him talking about it in the 1980s. He's talking about it the same way.
Exact same talking
I'm
point.
inclined, the more time goes on.
Well, that's the meeting with Eisenhower where he makes a deal with them, with the aliens, is that they want to be able to do tests and kidnap and all that stuff, but he makes a deal that you can only do it in the forest. You can't do it in the regular places, so that's why people go missing in the forest. Now, obviously, bad things happen and you never hear from them again, but supposedly these people disappear and then they're found a couple days later in a totally different place and they can't remember what just happened.
Well, if I was going to do it, I had a bit in my act about it. That's what I would do. I wouldn't land on the White House lawn. I'd find some dude cooking meth. Snatch him up and go tell somebody. You're not gonna. Nobody's gonna believe you, bitch.
Nobody's gonna believe you.
Yeah, but that's if you're just looking for biological studies. If you're just doing tests on people. A lot of people have talked about hybridization programs that they're exposed to, like their children. Like they had been multiple times they had visited, and then they were shown like a human alien hybrid that they were told is their child. Wild.
Dude, that is crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Guys are getting fucked by female aliens. Female aliens like hold them down, riding their dick, and, like actually having sex with them.
Trannies are from the future.
No, I don't think they're trannies. I think they're aliens. They're just a different kind of whatever the fuck we are. I think we're a combination of whatever some intelligent, advanced species, whatever. Well, the God ultimately for the whole thing, for the whole ball of wax. But I have a feeling, just like we've done weird shit and created poodles, I think someone might have come here and, for lack of a better term, monkeyed around with our genes and added some good shit. And that's in a lot of ancient texts, man. That's in a lot of ancient depictions of how the gods created men.
And that's how Nephilims come. Yeah, fallen angels, the daughters of men.
It gets weird. That's where it gets weird, because nobody wants to even consider the possibility that we have been genetically engineered. No one wants to consider it because it's kind of crazy. But also, guys, look how different we are than everything else.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of weird.
Yes, and they
It's
can't
kinda weird.
explain the jump
Yeah.
from monkey to man.
Yeah.
There's no link to that.
Well, there's links. I mean, there are transitionary fossils. Like you can see like Australopithecus, you can see the different ones, but there's a lot of weirdness in there that it doesn't cover. And one of them is the doubling of the human brain size over a period of like between, I think it's somewhere around 1 million or 2 million years. The human brain size doubled. And it just, they're like, what happened? What happened?
I know
Maybe it
you-
was mushrooms. Maybe it was, but also maybe mushrooms are aliens, and that's real possible. That it's an alien life form that like exists on our planet and